Right everyone, so we are up Scotland's finest as the police come over and stop someone from putting a cone on the head. A drunken Geordie, typical. It's positive news, we're talking about a win, not just a win but a great performance for a change. We've got the review, if it's already out, fantastic, if not it'll be out shortly, and the match reaction of course is already out, but let's jump straight into a poll. Let's go straight into Carl Darlow.
Yeah, I thought he started a little bit nervously. He couldn't do anything about the absolute thunder cunt that came in to open the scoring up. It was just some dodgy defending basically. He flapped once or twice, but he grew into the game in the second half. He had one or two decent saves, so I think I'm going to give him a 6.
I'll go Javier Manquillo, who we asked of him the other day from the Preston game to get forward a lot more, get on the ball in the final third, and he got an assist for Joe Linton as well, so I'm going to score him a 7. I thought he was steady, he was alright defensively as well, so 7 out of 10. Fabian Schär?
Again, didn't do some of these sort of Hollywood balls like John Joe Shelby-esque type stuff, but still a very, very good game, defensively solid, and I would say again 7 out of 10 is fair.
Okay. Jamal Lascelles, so I've seen the local media knock him down a level, which I don't agree with. I thought he was probably one of the best, the centre-backs. We all thought his goal went over when he headed it, but commanded performance, of course, against it, and at the end to be tested a little bit further than he was tonight, but yeah, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well.
He was really, really good. I would just say we need to see more of this season because he needs to chip in with his share of the goal quota. He missed one a little bit earlier on, but didn't put him off, and really, really fantastic. Captain Marvellous. Did us proud.
Paul Dummett alongside him at the left?
He started a little bit shaky in the game. We don't know if that's because of Matt Ritchie was having a bit of an issue. A few headers that were going where they shouldn't have gone, dropping here, there and everywhere. But he grew into the game, and second half he was really, really good. So I think that's recovered him up to a 7.
Matt Ritchie, we're going to give him a non-applicable because he only played 10 minutes. I think he went off shortly after they scored. So non-applicable, fingers crossed, he's not too bad. I'll do Isaac Hayden, who I thought looked much better on that right side of the 3 midfield than what Sean Longstaff did on Saturday. Commanded performance, getting involved, getting forward as well. Who knows, will he stay, will he go? But 8 out of 10 for me for Isaac Hayden. John Joe Shelby?
It's nice to see him back in the team and given a fresh lease of life and
what do you make of his role?
I liked it. It allows him to play those balls, and he did it literally the entire time he was on. He was constantly pinging them forward, finding his man, very effective, didn't really waste anything. I do worry about the defensive side, but the sort of quarterback role he's playing at the moment, really, really good. I enjoyed him today. Really, really good. 8.
We'll talk more about him and his role in the review, but Sean Longstaff, I've mentioned him before, much better performance than what he put in on Saturday.
He's one of our own.
He's one of our own. He scored, great goal outside of the box, fires a bottom corner. Started the game a little bit sloppy with his possession passing, but grew into it, and you know there was a couple of songs going around, Marty Marty, Shawnee, Longstaff, but yeah, easy night's work for Sean Longstaff. Him, Hayden and Shelby Boster, 8 out of 10. Miguel Almiron?
I was desperate for him to score in the second half. They were trying to set him up left, right and centre. Obviously he's come back late for pre-season and all that. He does look a little bit off the boil fitness wise. That'll have done him no harm whatsoever. Full of running. The partnership looks really, really good with Joe Linton, so I want to say 7. I was still quite pleased. Every time he's on the ball, that level of excitement builds up in the stand, so 7.
I think the link up of him and Joe Linton, I'm speaking of him now, it was absolutely brilliant. Joe Linton for me is the man of the match without a shadow of a doubt.
Easily.
He was not just his goal, which he took really well from Manquillo's cross, but the way what I've realised is he's got a magnificent first touch, and that first touch normally gets him away from the defender. And then I've also seen a couple of through balls. He's very adept, can turn his man very quickly. So the signs there tonight that is promising. Look, we're all know it's Hibs. It's probably no disrespect to the low championship side if you put them in England's leagues, but fantastic Joe Linton for me. Scored
also as well for the Longstaff goal as well. Busy in amongst that, and he really does look like he wants to, and the tricks, the flicks, the skills, he was petrifying their defenders. They were putting 2 people on him, sometimes an extra person on top of that. Really, really petrified every time he got the ball. But like I say, the tricks is absolutely just
we're
fantastic.
we're absolutely
it would have been if it was for the entire 90 that he stayed on, and if he played how we did in the first half, it would have been 10 easy.
My only criticism of him is that he's trying to get Almiron off the mark. Just fire it.
Yeah.
Just be greedy. You're the number 9. Shearer wouldn't have passed there. He would have smashed it when he's through. Let's go to the subs. Let's go to Orlando Aarons, who played 80 minutes.
Yeah, he come on in the first half, and he looked as if he hadn't had any sort of instruction or what to do, what he needed to do, who he was going to be picking up, marking, that sort of thing. And he was really, really shaky. I was losing my voice a bit. But in the second half, he really, really grew into it. He took a few corners and that sort of thing. So again, I mean, first half I'd have scored him low, maybe a 4, but his overall performance, I'd maybe mark him up to a 7 because he did improve greatly in the second half. I think Bruce had maybe put his arm around him and said, look, this is what you need to do. You need to up your performance levels. And positionally wise, in the second half, I thought he was a million times better.
Key, who is Shelby's replacement. Look, I'm gonna say I don't like him playing in that deep lying midfield role. I don't like it. I like it when he's played a little bit further forward. Didn't see enough of him on the ball. The game did go a little bit flat. These substitutes, majority of these aren't going to score high because it did go a little bit stale. But I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I think there's a question mark around him in this 3-man midfield. Where do you put him? Because there's players ahead of him for me. Jacob Murphy, very bright.
Yeah, when he came on, I was a bit like, oh God, here we go. But yeah, full of energy, full of running. It looks like he's got a point to prove, certainly in this game. I'm almost tempted to give him a 7, but I think...
Got to, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm sort of torn between a 6 and a 7, but I will give him a 7 just because that is the best that I've seen him actually play in quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, good.
I'll have to give Mutu a 7 as well. I thought both of them were very bright. Newcastle was starting to slow down, as I've touched upon. The game was starting to go a bit stale, but these two, they're both running. Mutu's touch and awareness around him, you've already said, and I've said this already, he looks so much better when he's got someone around him, rather than having holding the ball up as well. But yeah, I would score him high. I'm going to give him a 7 alongside Jacob Murphy as I get the list back up. Kieran Clark didn't really see much of him, did we?
No, it came on towards the end of the game. Didn't do anything wrong at all. But because he wasn't on that long, I'd say steady Eddie, 6 out of 10.
Same as Jamie Sterry playing right wing back role. One stage I've seen more on the left as well. But yeah, 6 because again these lads were only given maximum 15 to 20 minutes. Federico Fernandez.
Again, you can't really score him that particularly highly because he didn't have the minutes to be able to affect the game. But again, he came on, and what you would say is that he came on to do the job he was supposed to, and that was just to snuff it out and to see the game out. So again, 6 out of 10.
And I've got the last one as Matty. I'm going to score him a 7. I thought he was bright. I think he was busy. He's that type of player anyway. He wants to get on the ball. He passes, he moves. Simple, but it's effective. And he's got a bright future. You've already said that you want him with the first team training. Even if he doesn't go out loan, he has to stay with the first team.
Please.
7 out of 10 for Longstaff.
Keep Longstaff in that team. Get Colback out. Keep Longstaff in.
More on those players that weren't involved in the review. Thanks everyone. Let us know your ratings. Ta-da. Bye-bye.